Today we're going to talk about how to dial in a drill or tap on a Haas lathe. We're going to talk two different ways real quick about how to bring it into zero. So I've got this set up right now at tool number 10. If you check on the turret here, it'll say 10 right next to it, so that's what we're going to be running. Now, I've got a coaxial indicator in here. That allows me, as you can see, to go around on the part without ever losing the face of my dial, looking at me. If you don't have one of those, you can use a mirror, follow your indicator around, works just as well. And again, I have removed the key from the door and put it over here for educational purposes. Do not run a machine like this. All right, so I have tool 10 in, and I've already set an MDI over here of G00, which is my rapid, G54, which is my part, home, T1010, tool 10, offset 10, and X0. X0 is always the middle of the part. So we want to run that down to the middle so we know we're drilling on the center, since this is our fulcrum or our pivot point here. So I've got that in. It's all set to go. I'm going to hit cycle start and bring it down like that. I was a little faster than I wanted. So when you do that, you always get a quiver in your liver. So we're going to bring this up now. I'm going to go into hand jog, and I'm going to bring this turret in the Z. Now, this should be on the center. So we'll move our coaxial up until we get some interference. So I'm going to walk this back in Z so I can just get it up a little bit higher here. Okay, now I should get interference. Let's see. Not enough. A little bit more. I'm just adjusting this ever so slightly. Hold it down all the way, bring it up. Yes, I've got interference there. So let's see what we got. If I look at this indicator now, it says on the bottom, best as we can tell, I'm going to set that to 0. So now the dial says 0 there on the bottom, says 0 on the top. Says about 2 thousandths on that side and 2 on that side. So I'm about 3 on that side. So I'm about 2 thousandths off center. Now, so if I bring that down ever so slightly on this turret by even 1,000th, I'll adjust this, I'll lose my height. So you kind of have to balance it out. This turret may have been bumped at one time, and so now it's not perfect, but with a drill, if you're up by 2 or 3 thousandths, it's probably not going to be an issue. So let's bump it down 1,000th, hand jog, 1,000th in my X, coming down. Check over here to make sure I'm actually moving. Yes. So I'm moving a lot more than I thought. So there's 2 below. And now in the back, I'm still a little bit off. So if we come down a little more, now I'm 0 back there. I'm about 0 here, but now see, I've sacrificed my top and my bottom more than I'd care to. So I'm gonna get a balance on that. See what that looks like now. So now if I'm on the top, I'm at about 0. If I'm on the bottom, I'm at about 0. Back, I'm back to 2. Here I'm about 3. So we're within 5 thousandths. For a drill, that's going to be adequate. Now you may say, well, that's not the size drill I want. I want a bigger one. I want a 1/2-inch drill. Well, think about this. If I have something this big, the center is the center. If I get bigger, the center doesn't move. It stays right where it's supposed to. So if I've got a drill that big or a drill that big, if I've dialed that for center, I'm good. Now, you may look at a drill like this and say, well, how would you dial something like that? I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to actually demonstrate it. That is held in a holder back here, a precision hole that runs through this holder. So I could literally take this drill out, bring this holder in, and run this indicator inside of that hole until I dial that hole straight. If I know that hole is in there, is bored fine, and that dials within a couple of thousandths of center, complete 0 total indicator run out, then I know that that's good. I put the drill back in, everything's precision on it, I'm good. All right, one more thing we're gonna do on this drill. It's short, but we're still gonna do it. We're gonna go into our Z, and we're gonna go 10,000 so we can move it a little bit, and we're gonna walk this across here, okay? Now, you see I'm at 0 there. I'm at 0 there. What you wanna do is you wanna make sure that this thing wasn't crooked. Somehow it got bent, banged by the previous operator or whatever, and it's not working. So I've dialed that in. So that will suffice to dial something in. Now you say, well, is there any other way to check it? There's one other way. We're going to back this off completely. Now I'm going to take all my apparatus out of here, and first I'm going to take the coaxial indicator out, open up the chuck. Got a special little apparatus here that I use, and I'm going to set that aside. We'll set it right up here for now. Treat those very good. They're very expensive. I'm going to take my magnetic base out. I don't need that anymore either. Put that up out of the way. Now, we're going to use this as our test piece now. I'm going to put this in here. Now, I don't know that this turns true, right? So I'm going to come back here. There, I'm going to clamp on it right there like that, okay? Now, we're going to measure this back here and find out what we have. So I'm going to do a couple operations for you just to get things going, and then we'll do it. I know from a previous measurement this is 740 diameter, okay? 740 diameter right here. I'm going to bring up this tool that I had before, okay? Which is tool 10. So MDI T1010. Since I already have a tool in there, I can hit Alter. I can hit this again. I'm going to get it back out of there though. Hand jog Z. I don't like being that close. MDI, cycle start. Brings back up that tool I had. Now, we're going to come over in our Z, hand jog Z, walk it back over, walk it down, get it close, and walk it in. Now, I need a piece of paper. Paper is about, I've measured this before, it's about 4 thousandths thick, 0.004. So, go into X, go into 1,000th, put the paper in between, start walking it down, wiggling that paper. If you're not wiggling it, you're probably not going to know when it actually contacts. And don't get in a hurry. Everybody gets close and then they get in a hurry, and that's when they smash something. So now, that paper's tight. So, I know right now my tool 10 says 14.141 negative. That means from home down, from the home position in the machine down to where I'm at right now, that's negative 14.141 or 14.141 thousandths. So, if I hit X diameter measure, it changed that. Now I know this tool is 250 and this is 740. So that's 0.990, 990 difference. So if I come over here, plus my paper's 4 thou. If I come over here and hit, I'm going to hit it again, X diameter measure. Now it's going to ask me for a number. I have to have 994, or as this says, 995. We're going to change it, cancel that out, 0.994, and hit right enter. There, it varied by about 2 thousandths from what I had before. So if you don't have an indicator and you know the diameter of your part and you know the diameter of your tool, thickness of paper, you can bring it down, touch it off like that. And now, if I back it off in X and I back it off in Z, now we're going to put that code in I did before and double check ourselves. So we go back to MDI, erase this. We need G00 rapid, G54 work offset number 1, X 0 point center of the part, and we're going to put the tool number in there, T1010, right enter. Now, I'm going to turn it down to 5%. I should be able to hit this. Comes down. So now I'm going to just walk it in Z and have a look and see what I get. It looks good. And you can actually take a pair of calipers from here to here and measure it, from here to here and measure it, and it should come out within a thou or two. You're measuring diameter to diameter, but those are two ways to pick up a drill and be sure you're in the right spot.